What's up, everybody? Josh Armijo here. I hope everybody's doing good and well and stuff. I got an album review to do for you, and I'm going to be talking to you about the debut album from the band Artificial Brain, entitled Labyrinth Constellation. This is released on Profound Lore Records. Now, if you're not too familiar with this band, they are based out of Valley Stream, New York, and the best way to describe the sound of this band would be a very technical, space-inspired style of death metal. How I first heard of this band was through Revocation. Now, if you don't know who Revocation are, they are a very, very blossoming death thrash band that are signed to Relapse Records. Really awesome band, and they've been getting a lot of notoriety over the last couple of years. The other guitar player for the band, Dan, is involved in this particular project, and through a lot of good word of mouth, I heard a lot of great things about this band and style. So in doing so, listening to some of this band's earlier material and definitely looking at the live footage that's come out lately of this band really showcases what kind of band this sets out to be. Very technical, very atmospheric, very spacey, almost reminiscent of older Gorguts and Demolic to an extent. I can hear a lot of influences from those said bands. And now here we are with the debut full-length from Artificial Brain, Labyrinth Constellation. It's 10 tracks, and it clocks in at around 45 minutes in length. And from the minute you put this album on, you're pretty much going to be feeling an almost out-of-this-world experience. From the concepts to the vocals, to the music, to the Paolo Girardi artwork. I mean, it's an out-of-this-world experience on so many different levels. Musically, visually, sonically. It's a lot to take in, and I think this is a really, really worthwhile debut. The guitar work on here is just so mesmerizing. I love the technicality of the guitar work. I think it definitely works for this band style and concept. Just the way the riff work is being handled, the interplay between the two guitars that are shown forth here. Definitely on tracks like Brain Transplant, Absorbing Black Ignition, and Frozen Planets. Just the way the guitar riff work sounds, it just sounds really, really incredible. Very detailed, very, very carefully crafted, and really done with a lot of class and dignity. I love the way the guitar sounds on this album. Another thing that definitely brings this album onto point is the bass guitar. I think like the guitar on this album, the bass is very technical. The bass is very, very smooth. I love the way it sounds in this album's mix. It definitely blends in perfectly. It sounds nice. It sounds right. It feels appropriate for the concept of this album, and I really, really think it's killer. Moving on to the drum aspects of this album, I think the drums are really, really stellar here. Lots of blast beats, lots of rhythms, lots of really crazy atmospheric kind of moments, because there's moments on this album where you feel the drums will be a little bit moderate, mid-paced to fast, and things start to get a little bit more mid-paced and almost progressive in a way. Just the way the drum patterns are being handled here, but this guy is a really, really good drummer. I love what he brings forth to the table here with this album. The fast moments, the mid-paced moments, the fills, the blast beats, just the overall rhythms and patterns going on here. I think it's really, really fun to listen to. And the atmosphere and the sci-fi themes that are going on here are really, really awesome. Just the way certain instances show up on this album, whether it be through instrumentation or just an almost robot alien kind of vibe. That's how I feel when I listen to this album. You pick up those instances, and I think it's pretty crazy. And speaking of robots and aliens, let's move on to the vocals here. If I'm not mistaken, the guy who sings for this band is also the vocalist for another band called Buckshot Facelift. If you haven't heard that band, please make an effort to do so. That is some seriously crazy New York style grindcore, really crazy stuff. A lot of great things to listen to about Buckshot Facelift. But onto this vocals. Wow. Very, very guttural, very very brutal sounding, I should say. I mean, going back to the Gorguts and Demolik comparisons, maybe preferably the Demolik comparisons, the vocals are very guttural, very ugly sounding. It's as almost if you're being within the arm's reach of an alien voice speaking to you. It really sounds weird and out there, you know? And that's what this vocalist brings to the table here. I'm not sure how others may feel about it, but I think the vocals definitely add a little bit of class to the overall sci-fi alien kind of themes that you pick up when listening to this album. I think it's really, really special, and it makes for a more entertaining kind of listen. I really enjoy what the vocalist does here. It's really, really awesome. So for a debut album, I have to say this is a really awesome listen. It definitely is a nice tie-in with the work that this band has put in the past. It definitely pays off here. If you're a fan of technical death metal, if you're into death metal that has space and alien themes, outer worldly stuff, I mean, going back to Gorguts and Demolik, if you're into those bands, you'll definitely find something to enjoy about Artificial Brain. This band is legit, and I'm looking forward to hearing more from them very soon. So, if I had to pick any favorite tracks, I would definitely have to say Brain Transplant, Absorbing Black Ignition, Warm Harvester is a really good track, Frozen Planets, Bastard Planet, and Moon Funeral. Really great track. I'm going to leave you some links in the description box as to how you can listen to this and get a hold of it. I'm going to leave you a link to the Profound Lore Records Bandcamp page where you can stream this album, buy it digitally, hear it for yourself, and be your own judge as to whether you think it needs to be bought or not. Also to the Profound Lore web store where you can purchase a physical copy. It is available mostly wherever metal CDs are retailed at, but definitely get it through Profound Lore or whatever ways you're able to get it physically. So, again, the album is Labyrinth Constellation by Artificial Brain. This is released on Profound Lore Records. Definitely support this band, and I'm going to give this a solid 8.5 out of 10. Really awesome technical death metal that really, really is out of this world. So support Artificial Brain. I'm going to conclude this review. Thanks all for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel. And until the next time, Army out.